If we're talking about a fully delegated divorce and family law practice, I think there are some predictable steps that you can take. At least that's what happened to me in the process of scaling my divorce and family law practices. And what I mean by fully scaled is fully scaled and fully delegated. So that means if you're the owner, you're no longer responsible for billing requirements. You're no longer responsible for really day-to-day management of attorney performance, that you are fully scaled and fully leveraged, and you've scaled outside of your primary location for your law practice. So let's take a look at what those things are. For me, I think the most important one is to fully delegate your marketing. I still see, I still see owners who are messing around, spending a lot of time inside of their own marketing. You should only be producing content, period. Yet I still see people, I catch them, I should say, managing their own PPC accounts, doing stuff on social media that's just nonsensical. The first step to scaling is really finding a marketing company that understands your model, understands your average cost value, and understands that what you're trying to do is scale. And that's really your first step in the scaling process, because you can't scale without cases, and you can't get cases without a high quality marketing company. The next thing I would say that needs to be delegated is any billing requirements. I still see a lot of attorneys who are carrying full caseloads or even half caseloads. And if you want to properly manage and scale your divorce and family law practice, I just don't think you can do. I know I couldn't do that while I was representing clients. And that, guys, that also means consultations. There is also a temptation for law firm owners, just because they're great closers, they know they can close clients. Oh, now that I'm not billing, I guess I can do all of the consultations. Again, that is just not a good use of your time. So that would be part of that second level of delegation: no billing and no consultations. Third one, I'm not going to say fully delegate, but mostly delegate day-to-day oversight of attorney performance. And there are different ways you can do that. When we were small, we started just by having a managing attorney first, and then a couple of managing attorneys when we got to a certain level. And what you're doing there is you've got you've got attorneys that you're designating as managing attorneys. They still have mostly full caseloads, but these are your kind of high performing attorneys, your leadership attorneys that keep eyes on what's going on in the practice. They look at kind of billing numbers, they look at performance, and they work with attorneys when necessary. So you don't have to be at the office every day. You don't have to be caught up in the day-to-day performance of your attorneys. Now, when we got a lot bigger, we have someone in that role who actually is an oversight of all the managing attorneys. You have to realize we have, 7 locations in 4 states, so we have a lot of attorneys, and even the managing attorneys need to be supervised, because they make some sketchy decisions from time to time. So fully delegating attorney management, and then I would say, I guess that's really only 3. The fourth thing that you do then is you then focus your full attention on scaling. And what does that look like? Well, you can help the marketing team scale by creating quality content. Usually the owner of the firm is in the best position to create effective content to get new business in the door. You begin scouting locations. When we were scaling, I was looking at different locations to try to determine, where do I want to be, what looks good, where can I see this practice growing, and then also recruiting. And what I mean by that is, when you get into these communities, and especially in your own communities where you're knowing your name, you're reaching out to specific attorneys, you letting people know, like judges and other high-level practitioners, that you're in recruiting mode, can do wonders for your recruiting. So scaling seems to be something everybody wants to do, but something that most people don't want to do once they see everything that it takes. For me, it has been an extraordinarily rewarding career move because it took me out of the daily grind of being a litigation attorney, which I did love, but after 15 years, that ship had sailed for me. And so it was a breath of fresh air to be able to go out, recruit young lawyers, really be in a position to grow my law practice. And it was both personally rewarding and financially rewarding also. So I think those three things, you get those into place, and then you focus your full attention on scaling your practice.